Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bethany Empowers Tarot. I want to apologize for the sound on the last video. I'm using this new microphone to try to eliminate background noise, and it sounded like really muffled and bad. So hopefully this one sounds better. It's a little closer to my mouth, and I tested it before I started, so hopefully it stays sounding the way it sounded when I tested it. If it doesn't, I apologize. Okay, so we're going to do a week ahead reading. And I don't have time to do every single zodiac sign, so I'm going to do them by element. So we will start with the air signs first, since we are in Libra season, and Libra is an air sign. Happy birthday to my Libras. So yeah, let's see. We're going to get just a theme, like what is the general overall theme. And then we'll pull some tarot, and I'm just going to kind of see what feels good. See if there's any other decks. Ooh, wake up call. Listen and take note. Sweet. I don't know why I said it like that. Okay, so we're getting a wake up call about something. Let's get one more. Maybe I should get, well, no, I'm not going to do that. Green, heart healing, beautiful. So we are possibly getting a wake up call about something we need to heal, or we are being provided with some information that is going to help us heal. We'll do one more. No, just one more. This one. Beacon, shine on. Beautiful. We have two master numbers too. We have 11 here. 11 is a master number, and we have 44 is a master number. So master numbers just mean like they're repeating numbers. You don't reduce them down in numerology. Excuse me. All right, we have beacon. So something, the light is being shown on something having to do with some healing that we are needing to do, going through, perhaps coming out of a healing period as well. And yeah, we'll just see what comes out. Do one more shuffle. One more shuffle. Actually, two more shuffles. All right. So for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, what is happening this week for Libra, Gemini, Aquarius placements? Can be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or your North Node. We have the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is going back and forth on something. I do feel like there's this element of like in the middle, like not, so ending a healing cycle, right? We're talking about healing, and not quite fully into the next phase or cycle of your life after your healing. So you're kind of teetering that line. All right, what else? What do we need to know for Aquarius, Gemini, Libra? The 10 of voices. Yeah, see, the end of a painful cycle, the end of a painful period of time where you would have had to heal a lot through this painful period. Okay. So yeah, it's ending, or it has ended. See, yeah, the Devil. That's toxic cycles in our life, can be toxic relationships, toxic patterns, habits we have. That is coming to an end. And I mean, perhaps this week we're getting a wake up call about something specific that, like, hey, this needs to end now. This pattern needs to end now. This habit, you got to stop doing this. Like, whether it's like a way of thinking, or like something you do, like drinking or smoking or eating a certain type of food, or, like eating junk food or eating sugar, or something that you need to stop that's not good for you. Or it's a relationship, it could be that as well. Yeah, the Empress is about nurturing. It's mother energy. It's almost like you're being mothered this, but like, you see how, like, I'm noticing like it's shining through her heart, right? And we have shine on, and then the heart healing from the first two cards. There's some kind of like cosmic mother healing happening, I feel like, available to us, that it's really wanting to shed light on, you don't need to give into this anymore. Why do you keep doing this? You don't need to go back and forth anymore. We don't need to play devil's advocate. That's very Libra, but about like, I feel like it's, okay, what am I getting? Perhaps there are people in your life that are in this old energy, right, that you are stepping out of, that you are having a hard time, like, okay, well, do I have to like end the relationships with these people? No, you don't necessarily have to, but you may have to stop spending so much time with them. You may have to, yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting, is that there's certain people in your life, and it could even be family or people you're very close to, where you're like, well, I only connect with them when we go out drinking, or I only, um, they only want to hang out when this, and that, when we're doing this thing that's not good for me, or something like that. Or, I don't know, something along those lines. We have the Five of Cups. This is about looking at the past and things that didn't work out and feeling regret and loss. But then there's a part of you that's like, knows you have to move on from it, because the past, the way that you were acting, and it could be like a way of thinking too, like, could even just be like negative thinking, or, sometimes there are people who gravitate towards each other because they like to complain about other people. They like to gossip. They like to, you know, misery loves company, right? It can be one of those things. It doesn't have to be like drinking or substances or anything like that, but it can be. But it's almost like, well, when I do or say, when I feel these things, I want to hang out with these people because they also do these things, or feel these things. But you're realizing that that's not actually good for you. It's caused some kind of emotional pain and loss for you when you engaged in this energy. Okay, let's get a couple more. The Hanged Man. Yeah, you're seeing something from a new perspective this week. Something's going to be highlighted. Something will be shown to you very clearly. And it's something brand new that you've never seen it or heard it this way before. Yeah, the Five of Inspiration. Geez, lots of like heavy energy. The Five of This is the Five of Wands, is about conflict and can be competition. Okay, let's see. So can we get some I want to get some positive energy here. I mean, we have the Empress card, which is great. This could also be again, like I was talking about, family could represent your mother or other figures in your life, or this is your feminine energy or healing, things like that. Seven of Cups. This is about feeling confused, but it's also about having a lot of options. This is maybe you seeing that you do have different options, that you don't have to stay stuck in this one friend group, stuck with this one relationship, stuck with this one habit. And the Seven of Pentacles, two sevens, 77. I'm feeling very not grounded right now. And I didn't feel like that before I started. So there is a lot of energy coming through. Like, this thing that you're letting go of, that you're healing, doesn't make you feel grounded. It makes you feel maybe like, this can be about having your head in the clouds. And then the Seven of Pentacles is about needing to tend to your garden. So these almost are like opposites. This is like having your head in the clouds, like being, or feeling all in your emotions. And this is like focusing on your physical body, physical life. Like as above, so below. That's what I'm feeling. As above, so below. So what am I getting with that message? The Eight of Swords. Jeez. Lots of darkness and heaviness and confusion. What is this as above, so below? Feeling stuck. This is like a feeling of, the Eight of Swords is a feeling of being stuck. You felt stuck in this area, but I feel like there's going to be some movement. Yeah, there's going to be an opportunity. The Page of Pentacles can be like a small offering, like a small gift or a small, like, I was feeling it, maybe it's like somebody says something or does something or you see something and it's kind of, it's small at first. It seems small, kind of like you are on Instagram, just as an example, you're on Instagram and you see this reel and you stop to watch it and like you weren't expecting it, this like short reel to provide you with the answer you were looking for, you know, something like that. And it ends up being kind of profound and you're like, whoa, that was like obviously totally meant to be, but it was also like I wasn't expecting that. Okay, do you need to tell us anything else about this? Do I want to get more a different deck and clarify? What do I want to do? Let's see. Definitely ground yourself this week. Gosh, my goodness, so much mental energy. See, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling very much in my head, like kind of clouded, kind of like not grounded. The Nine of Swords, this is about anxiety and worry. The heck? That was weird. Okay, sorry. I got really distracted. um yeah, like I said, I am not feeling grounded and I don't normally feel this way. Um what is this? Tell me, get me one more. Or two more. Okay, the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands. Feeling the fire instead of, like feeling the fire in your belly instead of feeling the air in your head. Fill your body with fire instead of filling your head with air. That's what they're saying. But I also feel like that what I'm getting to is like there's going to be an opportunity because aces are beginnings or opportunities or gifts. Again, there's going to be some kind of spark that like somebody says something, does something, gives something to you, you see something somewhere. I don't know. It's too general for it to be specific at the moment. Um, and you're gonna know like, oh, that it's going to be the message you needed to hear in order to kind of like help with the heart healing and shed light on something that has been difficult for you to move on from, to fully grasp, to finally see. I feel like it's on your radar already. Like you already know this thing that you're healing, but um, you. Am I doing more things at once and I just lost my train of thought? You already know it's already on your radar, this thing that you are healing, but it's like helping you see it more fully or from a different perspective that you hadn't seen it before so that you can finally, excuse me, let it go. Like the worries can be like the feeling stuck, the dwelling on the past, the feeling like you have to go back to it for some reason is going to be gone. That feeling of being pulled back to it is gone. Look at this. We have keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you, beside you. Yeah, you're being supported through this week because it's you need to let this go. Perhaps you've been struggling with letting it go up until now, like almost like someone is stepping in to help you let this go. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. Yeah, perhaps there has been this, like, you've been holding on to whatever the past is because, or what happened in the past because you were just like, I don't understand why that happened, right? Why did that happen to me? And you're finally getting this, like, aha of, like, oh, wait a minute. It didn't happen to me. It happened for me so that I can move forward and move on. Um, into bigger and better things. I can be a better, more healed version of myself, right? So you're finding some closure and clarity, and something's being burned away, I feel. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light to fit in? Yeah, so it could also be that staying stuck in the past makes you feel safe. And there's something with, the Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, it could be also something that wants to be created through you. And you are afraid of standing out. And they're telling you that that it's time to not. Like, you're meant to go on to bigger and better things. With whatever this has to do with, whether it's like a bigger, better relationship, a bigger, better career, a bigger, better following, amount of money, a place to live. I don't know, anything that you are really, really wanting to create in your life. Something's being shown to you this week so that you can step into that life and not go and fully end the cycle from the past and not keep going back to it because it's safe and comfortable. It's not going to be safe and comfortable anymore when you try to. Okay, that was for my air signs. Who are we going to do next? I'm feeling Earth. That came to mind. So, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is for you this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, North Node, or whatever. It could also be cross watcher if you're watching for another person. Let's see, what is the theme for you this week? What do we need to know? Those two and that one. Dimensional gateway, an invitation. Sweet. Why did I keep saying that? I said that the first time too. Akashic Records, evaluation and review. All right. And you are held, endings. Yeah, so air signs also was about endings and new beginnings, stepping into the new. This feels a little similar, but it's like you're getting maybe some information about why you're here. I mean, yeah, it does kind of feel similar to the air sign reading. So maybe you also have air in your chart. I think we have a master number here too. We have 33, we had 11 and 44 in the air sign reading. But yeah, there's an opportunity for you to see something, like understand something more fully, like, and look at possibly either like your past. I guess Akashic Records is our past, right? I think. I don't know a lot about Akashic Records. I've never been super drawn to it, but it's about looking at patterns, I think, or looking at events and patterns in your life and like why they have happened and why you need to clear or act in certain ways. I don't know, do certain things. I didn't finish my sentence there. All right, so for my earth signs, let's see. What do we need to know about this upcoming week for my earth signs? This one, the Knight of Swords. So this is definitely some communication coming through. Like it says, dimensional gateway and invitation. So it could be coming through a person, or it could be coming through divine downloads, like getting intuitive hits, or look at that. Yeah. Some clarity or an opportunity to speak about something. So this is clarity and truth, seeing something clearly, or like I said, communication possibly coming through from somewhere. The Knight of Pentacles, to me, this feels like with these cards and the Nine of Wands, it feels like you feel like this took forever to get this information. Perhaps you've been searching for this information. Some information is coming in. This feels kind of similar to the air sign reading I just did. But it's since we have the ending, so something has kind of taken a while, and you've with the Wounded Warrior card, like feeling like, oh my God, this took forever. I feel like I've been through so much. Like, why did it take so long for me to understand this? Like maybe you're finally getting to a point where you understand a lesson fully. And with the gateway, it's like this invitation, this gateway is being opened up for you to be invited into a brand new, I want to say dimension, but dimensions are just energetic. So it's not like, when people say that, it's not necessarily like a huge, profound thing where you're like, oh my God, I woke up and they're like having some profound spiritual experience where your entire life is different. No, it's not necessarily like that. It's more so you wake up and you just feel differently. You're energetically feeling different. And then you notice that everyone around you, like, it's not like dramatically everybody is changed in your life, right? Like everyone is still pretty much the same, but the energy that they come to you with is different. And it almost like it's very subtle. It's not necessarily a, like I said, big dramatic shift. It is more subtle, and it almost feels like you'll notice, like, wait a minute, that's weird. Like normally I feel really like this. I've been feeling really like this lately or today, and where did all those thoughts go that I used to have? Right? And you notice yourself acting differently towards yourself or towards other people when you are have an emotion or something like that. And it almost just feels natural. Like it's not necessarily, like I said, a big dramatic thing. It just feels natural. I don't know how else to describe it. I hope that made sense. Um, the Seven of Wands is about standing your ground, defending your position. I feel like it's because you stood your ground, because you didn't give up, because you didn't stop searching and learning and evaluating, reviewing, like, what did I do wrong? How did I mess up? What do I need to do differently? This feels like this very like self-development, self-healing kind of journey that you've been on. And like I said, it may not be that you're like, oh yeah, I know I'm tapping into my Akashic records right now and a dimensional gateway is being opened to me. No, you're an earth, you guys are earth signs, whoever's watching this, so you're very practical and down to earth. So you're not like necessarily seeing it from a woo-woo kind of place. You're more so just like seeing it from a more practical point of view where you're saying, oh, okay, I know I've been doing the work. I've been putting in the healing work. I've been making the daily changes in my life, and that's why this is happening. And so perhaps it is connected to your Akashic records or a dimensional gateway or whatever, but you're not feeling or seeing it that way. Okay, we have the moon. It's going to be a little more subtle. It's not going to be as dramatic. It's not, but I feel like that's okay. That's what you guys need. Okay, the moon. The moon is our shadow energy. What about this moon? It could also be the new moon coming up. I don't remember where the moon is, then it'll be a new moon in Libra because we're in Libra season, which is maybe why this was connected to the Libra role, the air sign reading, feeling Libra. But okay, we have two like ending cards. We have 10 of Cups, which isn't the ending of a cycle. Tens are about endings and completion, and the World, which is the end of the major arcana, the last card in the major arcana. Yeah, so something's coming full circle. Like finally, this period of like after feeling like it took forever for you to get here, you are finally going to feel like I just described, like you are feeling very good energetically, and you'll notice that everyone around you is also feeling very good or responding to you in a different way. And you're just kind of like, whoa, I bounced back from that fast. Like normally that would have taken me days to process or get over or something like that, So you're just noticing that you're able to respond differently and people are responding differently to you. And we have a new one coming up in a few days. I'm trying to see on the calendar when it is. I think it's in about 3 days. And so that I feel like is possibly pointing to when you might notice this shift happening. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. See? So yeah, it is about our past, right? The Akashic records can be about our past, looking at the past, but we're breaking that chain. We're healing. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? See, I was talking about being triggered. You're no longer bound to that. And dance, do something to shift your vibration. Oh my gosh, everything I already talked about. You know how, you have all the tools and you know how to shift your vibration now to, like, if you do get triggered, you respond differently. And that is what is breaking the pattern. And like, maybe you are getting a glimpse into the like, maybe why, because you have healed it, like with the Akasha Records thing. And the invitation is like, you're getting an opportunity to understand more fully why you had to go through this pattern and healing. And yeah, that's maybe more so what I get with the Akasha Records thing. So yeah, that's really exciting. All right, that was for my earth signs. Now I am feeling fire, so let's do the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What does Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or North Node need to know? Okay, for this week, blue and family, circles of life. So we have Madonna and mothering with blue. Okay, and we have family, circles of life. So a lot having to do with your family this week. So we have mothering, and family. This one, oh, really didn't want to take 4, but I guess those want to come out together. Look at this, and then there's a baby, evolution, birthing the new, and healing, pause to receive. So a lot of the, like, if you feel called to watch this entire reading, like as in watching the air signs and the earth signs so far, because those are the ones I've done, there's a lot of overlap in terms of, like, a lot of healing is happening this week. I mean, we are in eclipse season still, right? And we have an eclipse coming up, a new moon eclipse coming up. I don't know if I showed you these. Yeah, but we are receiving some support from the universe to end patterns in our life, to heal, and to really step into the new. I mean, on a very literal note, some people watching this could be having children, because we have the mothering card and then the birthing the new and the family card. So be careful also if you don't want to get pregnant, because it looks like it could be a possibility for you. All right. What do we need to know more about this message? The Sun and the 8 of Swords. 2 cards you do not want to really have come out together. They are quite opposites, right? Very bright, very sunny, very dark, very trapped. So I'm feeling like your happiness has been trapped. You haven't allowed yourself to fully enjoy your life or be happy, and I mean, there's might be a reason. The 9 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, this looks like this there's a cycle ending. And I was noticing the moon phases. I do feel like this is connected with the new moon in Libra. The 9 of Pentacles is about, I feel like she's feeling free on her own. So yeah, you're being birthed into this new phase. Something I'm getting from this card, like, this is about observing, but I feel like you're going to be able to live your life the way you've always observed other people living, and looking at those people and thinking, God, I wish that I could do that. I wish I could feel that way. I wish I felt that way. I wish I had that. And not in like an envious or jealous. I mean, maybe sometimes feeling jealous or envious of people, but it was never in a like sending other people bad vibes kind of energy. It was more so like, man, what do I need to do? Like, why don't I feel like that? Like looking at yourself and thinking, why don't I feel like that? Why can't I do that? Yeah. And it was because of perhaps you've gone through a lot of pain and heartbreak, especially maybe through family, a lot of trauma, a lot of familial healing that needed to happen. Perhaps, you have PTSD or some other kind of like traumatic thing you've had to heal from or go through. And it feels like you really are getting the opportunity to move on from it this week. Yeah, the Eight of Wands and the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is about, I feel like you've made family through your friends or through community. Like you've been able to heal and see because of that. Like I was saying, like you've looked at other people and been like, man, like how did they do that? How do I do that? Right. And so instead of like letting it get you down, you've been like, okay, well, how do I do that? I want to do that. I want to feel like that. I want to be able to live that way. And because of that, you're now on your way to experiencing it. The Eight of Wands is about manifestation, things moving very quickly. It also can be about, oh, I was thinking about communication coming in, but that was for the earth sign. So it can be about communication coming in, but I don't know if this one is really about communication. This feels like more so you moving things forward. I got confused with the the last reading I did. Yeah, the High Priestess. You've had to really learn a lot of things on your own. Like you've had to be alone and do a lot of things alone and have had to learn um how to heal yourself and I don't know, just figure things out without your family, without people. Maybe you never had a large supportive circle, but now you do and you've created that for yourself. Or you're going to be. But I was noticing her hand right here, and I was drawn to this hand right here on this card, like with the healing aspect of it, but receiving, and it's receiving possibly intuitive hits because that's the High Priestess, receiving intuitive nudges. You learn how to be very intuitive and trust your intuition and trust how you feel so that you can have this new, like I said, um, other people outside of you have inspired you and you kind of learned from them. And I think you learned maybe what not to do from other people. And you've always looked at the positive and the like, what do I want? And I'm going to go after that. Okay. So we have the Five of Wands, which can be about competition. I was feeling like a little envy, jealousy. So now maybe people are going to be competing for your attention, competing and being jealous of you, want to compete with you because you're kind of in this place of, I feel like, a really authentic place of being free in who you are because you have, although it came from like painful circumstances, you've had the ability to focus on yourself and really become who you want to be without the influence of other people necessarily. And or maybe it's like the influence of the people who you chose. I don't know. There's something around that where it's like, yes, you are influenced by people, but you didn't allow the pain and the heartbreak to influence you. You allowed the healing to influence you. And so now you're receiving this opportunity, not really receiving, like you created this opportunity for yourself to walk away from the past and yeah, the things that like with these cards, with the Queen of Swords and the Eight of Cups, like walk away from the thoughts and not the thoughts, but like, yeah, I guess the thoughts. Like I was saying, you've gained clarity and discernment and truth, and you know what to cut out now and what not to give into. I don't want all those. Let me just get one more. Or two more. Yes. So mental conflict with the Five of Swords and the Ace of Wands is about a brand new beginning, an inspired, creative, passionate new beginning. I mean, perhaps there is something they're going to be creating that, like I said, other people might be jealous about, or you're afraid that people are going to be jealous about it. Um, that's for some of you. Let them be jealous. It's your time. I feel like it's your time to shine. The Six of Wands didn't come out, but I really feel like that's what you're stepping into. Whatever you feel inspired to do, go and do that. Like that's what I feel with the Ace of Wands, that inspiration. Like, and it's also, I think, you following your, I mean, you are fire signs, so following that, following your heart, following your passion, following your desire, and walking away rather that from like walking away from, what am I trying to say? Like walking away from, I'm trying to find the right words. I'm thinking about the Queen of Swords, and I'm thinking about how she's a little bit more cold, detached, logical. It's not necessarily that you're walking away from being logical because you're still using your logic, but it's more about they don't want you to be as detached anymore. Like, don't fully detach yourself. Be invested. I feel like you've detached yourself from the pain. And now that you've been healing, or you're going through this healing process, they're wanting you to like make sure you're feeling everything and not like, this is like, I'm having a hard time getting the words out. Maybe that's what it is. They don't want you to talk. They want you to feel more. They want you to take action more. That's what it is. Don't stop thinking about things. Go do things. Stop talking about things. Go and make decisions and start doing it. Yeah. So we have, look, the initiation, rite of passion, rite of passage. You're going somewhere sacred. Yeah. And this also looks like it's a very small hole, but like it's like a birthing canal, kind of like the hole to, we had the birthing the new here. I'm kind of feeling that's like the birthing hole. Sounds really weird. Sorry. Oh, the priestess. Look, you got the high priestess again. How are you being called to step up and lead? Yeah, see, there is something that you are being called to do. Perhaps it is, being a leader of some sort, like healer or some kind of like spiritual mentor, teacher. Even if that's not like what you're doing as a career, you're helping other people with these things. Because you have the priestess twice out. So you're going somewhere sacred. You're going somewhere holy. You're going somewhere not a lot of people venture to, because you unfortunately had the opportunity to focus on, you went through a lot of pain and heartbreak, maybe in a short amount of time. And now, look at this. There's so many like different, I mean, not different, there's so many of the same energies coming out. We have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Yeah, you are really like breaking free from whatever you were born into, whatever patterns you were born into. And you're showing up differently. Like the next generation after you is not, maybe never. I almost stopped myself from saying never, but might not ever experience what you went through because you healed it. So if share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, and expression. So remember I was telling you there was something that maybe wants to be created. And it says share your voice, and I said maybe stop talking about it and go do it. But that's kind of what I mean. Like you might still be sharing your voice, but in a different way. Like through art or through some kind of creative modality, where you're sharing what you've learned with other people, just by talking to them or giving advice. Yeah. All right. Let's go on to the water signs. Oh, also, I was going to say, I don't know if I mentioned the new moon eclipse coming up in Libra, but I feel like that's why there's a lot of this really powerful, potent energy coming through for us to heal. Okay, for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What is the energy for you guys this week? All right, Cosmos mirrors you. So something is mirroring you this week. Let's see what else. What is mirroring my water signs? Creation, expansion in your life. Okay. And this one wants to come out. Communication. Speak up and be heard. Ooh. It's so funny. Like so many of these readings are continuing into each other. Like if you feel drawn, like definitely watch your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, or North Node signs if they're like in different elements, because I feel like a lot of these messages are kind of like following each other. Like I did air, earth, fire, water. That's the order I went in. And it just feels like a lot of them have overlapping messages. Okay. Let's see what my water signs need to here for this week. The Eight of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Sun. Beautiful. An expression of love. That's what I'm hearing, especially with the communication. Yeah, this kind of feels like a love reading. Expansion in your life and mirrors you. It's like somebody, and it's funny because we have the mirroring card, right? Mirrors you, and this is a mirror image here. Somebody's mirroring you this week. It could be a Leo sign, Leo placement. The sun is Leo energy, but it's also like yes, like maybe you're saying yes to an invitation, someone's asking you out. The Eight of Wands is known as the arrows of love. It can be about communication coming in. I'm noticing also that they have the stripes here and these two cards. Like I said, somebody's communicating a message of love, wanting to communicate something. And then we have the Nine of and we have the Nine of Swords, which is about anxiety and stress. Why is this coming out? So either this person, whether it's you, it could be you. Like I said, you, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy could be wanting to communicate with somebody, and that is stressing you out, or it's vice versa. Somebody else is stressed, worried, anxious about speaking to you about it. But nevertheless, something's going to push them forward to come through. This is about quick movement forward. I feel like it's some sort of passion. Maybe it could be fueled by fear of losing you. You have the Eight of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. After a period of feeling stuck, needing to rest and take a break, the Nine of Cups is, wishes being fulfilled. So perhaps you had to take a break from somebody and you were in your head about it and you didn't understand and you were like questioning, why is this happening? I thought, like maybe there was a separation and you guys were mirroring each other. You guys both needed to go your separate ways to expand, like work on some things. but now there's some communication coming through. Yeah, and the Four of Swords is about taking a break, taking a pause. And then the Nine of Cups is about your wishes being fulfilled. So, I mean, you guys could have gone your separate ways because you needed to fulfill some things for yourselves. Or this is that person and you feeling like your wishes are being fulfilled by coming back together. So what else do Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces placements need to know about this? The Devil. The Devil is Capricorn energy, but it is about addictions, vices, things we feel bound to, unhealthy, toxic patterns of behavior and habits. What do we need to know about this? That's maybe what you guys had to separate for. And I mean, this could also be a new person coming through. Like if this isn't resonating for you and it's not like the same person, it could be a new person coming through because you did this healing. Traveling. So I'm feeling there's either distance between you and somebody with the World card, or they live or are from a different part of the country than you. The Seven of Wands, this is about standing your ground, defending your position. I feel like you stood up to somebody or they stood up to you, and it kind of caused this, like, because you didn't back down, because you didn't like give in, because you didn't like fall back into this unhealthy pattern of like, okay, I'm just going to shut up and I'm just going to let you be right, or I'm just going to, you know, pretend like this is what I want instead of speaking up, something like that. Like, because you didn't do that, that's why this, like, things are now coming full circle. Things are traveling back to you. So like this person or you could also travel a lot. That could be what I'm getting to. I mean, the Queen of Wands, I was feeling, fire energy. So this is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy. But it's also being magnetically attractive and attracting. And I was feeling Leo energy right before. But attracting in because you stood your ground. You're attracting this in. So this could just be you standing in your fire energy if you thought this could be you, or the other person. You're attracting, let me just get one more. You're attracting a relationship in because you did the work of healing from a past relationship or from past relationships patterns that were unhealthy. And now your wishes are coming true with regard to somebody wanting to communicate and offer, some love or offer a relationship or, get back together, something like that. And the Six of Voices is about finally being able to move on from some mental conflict. Maybe it was like, now you're going to be able to heal from a fight you have with somebody. Or like I said, I feel like maybe there was some mental conflict around why did this happen? Why did this end? And now you're getting some closure and some clarity. Regardless if you're getting back together with somebody, that might not be the case because I don't see any like love, but just take it as it resonates for you. It could be that, or it could just be some closure and some healing that's happening because somebody's coming back or you're going and speaking to somebody about a relationship and why it ended and all that stuff. Okay, Starseed, what lights you up? All right, that's what I feel like you did. You focused on yourself. You focused on what lights you up, lighted. And you've been doing that healing work. And so, again, that's why you're so magnetically attractive now. The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. This came out in one of the other readings. I can't remember which one. Either the air or the earth, I want to say, but I could very well be wrong about that. Just go watch them if you feel drawn. So you chose to look at why it's happening for you and not to you, and you weren't a victim, and you learned the lessons, you gained the wisdom. And I mean, that could also be somebody coming back to you to say, like, talk about the lessons they learned and why it happened, right? Why whatever happened, the breakup, the fight, the healing needed to happen. Look at that. We have another yes card. Share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. Again, yeah, somebody is coming forward, either you or somebody else, to speak. Like we said already, we have like lots of repeating, speak up and be heard, and then we have share your voice, right? And we have yes. So this could be like you're saying yes to somebody, somebody saying yes to you about, like I said, being in a relationship, getting back together, or just like saying yes to a conversation um, to provide some healing. So, yeah, I think that is it. I'm going to leave it there. If you would like your own reading with me, you can click on the links below. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, it is at Bethany Empowers. That link is also below. Please do like, share, comment, subscribe if you are enjoying my videos. What else? I think that's it. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you again soon.